While I've already made a video covering 5 things to do after beating Moonlord, another video I've been requested to make a good bit is 5 things to do before Moonlord. These won't be in any particular order and are by no means stuff you have to do, rather just what I think would be helpful. The first thing I'd highly recommend doing is finding your preferred class or build. While you don't need to play as any particular class and can just play using whatever mix match you want, finding out what items you prefer and the accessories that go with them can be extremely helpful. While you most likely already used a specific class for most of the game so far, going out trying weapons and items you know you wouldn't use otherwise is a great way to find some amazing weapons that could turn out to be super helpful. It doesn't just stop at weapons though, because once you know what you like, you can start using accessories that help that class of weapons, which ends up being a massive boost for every stat in the game. The next thing I recommend doing is getting the Goblin Tinkerer NPC, if you haven't already. This NPC is one of the most useful in the game, with him being able to upgrade your weapons, for a price of course. This can almost double weapons damage and other stats, depending on the modifier you get from the Tinkerer. Reforging your weapons could easily be the difference between losing the Moonlord fight or any other hard situation you may find yourself in. When I go against Moonlord for the first time in a playthrough, I find it easier to run through the whole map rather than stay in one place, like most videos will tell you. So the next tip I recommend is making sure you are able to run across your entire world without being stopped. Even if you do make a setup to beat Moonlord, emergencies can still happen and are way more likely to happen your first time going against Moonlord in a playthrough. So it's better to play it safe rather than sorry. Regardless if you make a setup or decide to run across your world like I do, having your NPCs sorted out will be a massive help. The first thing I recommend is making an NPC building somewhere in your world that won't be in the way of anything. This will allow you to move around NPCs really easily, which brings us into the 2 NPCs that can be extremely helpful when going against Moonlord. Placing your Nurse and Dryad's houses in specific spots in your world will let you have their benefits while fighting Moonlord. The Nurse will be able to heal you for a price, and the Dryad will give you increased health regeneration and a defense increase as well. Overall, these won't make or break your Moonlord fight, but it definitely can come in handy. The last thing that is highly recommended is getting an item that can teleport you, or setting up a teleport system in your world. If you teleport to somewhere in your world while in the Moonlord fight, it will not end the fight, unlike dying. Instead, you will have a few seconds to heal or move an item around real quick before Moonlord teleports to your new location. You can either use items like the cell phone that will teleport you home, or actual teleporters to send you to a specific location. Regardless of what you choose, I cannot recommend this enough. That wraps up my list of 5 things you should do before Moonlord. While these were my personal suggestions, be sure to let me know in the comments what your tips are. Thanks for sticking to the end. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Terraria content like this in the future. And as always, make sure to have a wonderful day.